Hey team, today we're going to talk about leadership with Colonel Michelle Goyette. She is a 1995 graduate of West Point, big soccer player, 4 years, varsity letter winner at West Point. She's a military police officer. She's got 2 deployments to Afghanistan along with Bosnia and Kosovo early in her career. And she commanded the 91st MP Battalion at Fort Drum, New York, and she's headed to command the 8th MP Brigade in Hawaii. So taking the family to Hawaii, can't beat that. Her husband is Chad. He is also an MP officer. That's the MP power couple right there. And she's got 2 boys, 8 and 10. So they're about to pack up from the Army War College and head to Hawaii with the family. So Michelle, if you could go back to when you were a cadet at West Point and talk to yourself, what were some of the things you would tell cadet Michelle Goyette?
You chose to be a military professional and to make that your priority while you're there. Try to capitalize on all the opportunities through mentorship with your instructors or ROTC instructors, any other kind of adjacent units if you're near a big post, but really to kind of get to know what your profession is outside of the classroom. There are different clubs that you could join, but really, understanding that you've made a commitment once you've joined there to actually serve, and what that really means.
And I struggled with that because I know as a cadet, I was just trying to survive to the next day. Okay. And so getting that broader look is really important. So how about for when you talk about your junior leaders, your lieutenants or your captains, what's your expectations of them?
Well, so first of all, when you're, before you're commissioned, I tell most people that, you've gotten to that point because of your individual skills. And once you're, a leader, it's now about the team and how you're building that team, how you work with your peers. And I think that's extremely important because, again, you go through life, you're getting to college, graduating, and it's all about you. And this is really, leadership is not about you, it's about serving others. And so that's the first priority is what I look for in a leader.
All right, Michelle, through your career, you've worked for many different leaders in all different environments. Who's the best leader you ever worked for, and what lessons did you take from them throughout your career?
Probably my battalion commander when I was an XO. My battalion commander only knew of me, did not know me personally. I just came off of leave. Our unit was deploying 4 months later. And my dad had just gotten sick, and diagnosed with cancer. And he pulled me aside and told me I was going home. And that was more important. I was supposed to go on a pre-deployment site survey as the XO. We had an exercise coming up. I was the XO who coordinates all the staff. And he thought it was more important for me to break away and go see my dad. And I was stationed in Germany at the time. And so that really taught me a lesson about, number one, humility, and that, really it's about people, and that the unit can succeed without you, and the trust that he had in me, knowing that, hey, listen, I know you're going to go do this, you need to go see your family, and you're going to come back and you're going to do a great job. So I think that was something that, we're so focused on what's down the road that sometimes we miss the little things, and that really kind of opened my aperture up to really look at what's important in my soldiers' lives, and make sure that they had the opportunity to go and do those things that are important.
Yeah, I think we always struggle with mission first, people always, and that was a great example where your battalion commander said, hey, this is people first. We got to take care of you. We got to take care of your family. That's a great lesson that you carried forward. So Michelle, if we got all the lieutenants from the 91st in one room and we asked them, what was Colonel Goyette's thing that she always talked about? What was your number one leadership tip you always gave to your lieutenants?
I think it goes back to the people thing. I really learned it is about the people. We're in a people business, and you're going to have a multitude of soldiers. Some are really great, some are just getting by, and then you're going to have your soldiers that are struggling. And for me, it was about valuing each member of the team. They had something to offer, and that was something that I told them all the time: is bring out the goodness in all of your soldiers. Find out what they're good at and make them a member of that team, because when you go to war, you're going to have that team, and you need to bring out the best in each soldier that you have and each officer, and you've got to find that positive.
Yeah, that's great, and we're not going to get all varsity players. Sometimes you get a freshman player, a JV player, and our ability as leaders to get them up to play at the varsity level that's what leadership's all about. I know that's one thing that I treasure about being in the Army and getting that opportunity. So Michelle, you're kind of getting to the top of the pyramid as an MP. You are going to command an MP brigade in Hawaii. What would be your message to those MP lieutenants out there about leadership?
I mean, first of all, I love being an MP. I'm really passionate. Our branch is assist, protect, defend. It is about people. And the lieutenants and captains that are out there, what we ask our junior leaders to do is so amazing. I mean, they are the center of gravity, down to even our squad leaders and your team leaders, because what we do is so decentralized. Whether it's performing law enforcement, protecting the community, or going out with the maneuver forces, enabling those commands to do their mission, we do that decentralized, and the authority that we give to our junior officers and NCOs is amazing. No other branch is like ours, and in fact, with policing for law enforcement, you have to be 21 in the civilian sector, and we have 18-year-olds
Wow.
out there. You have your lieutenants who are new to the Army, and we're giving you this authority. So there's a lot of trust and confidence in you as an individual being an MP, and being an MP means something. It means that people see you, they understand what your mission is, and they trust you. So that comes with a lot of responsibility, and we can't take that for granted. So we need to be, morally, ethically sound. You need to have good interpersonal skills. You need to be mentally and physically tough, because a lot of times, especially with law enforcement, even if it's deployed, even you have CID, you're responding to something that it's somebody's worst day. So what you're going to be dealing with is somebody's worst day, and you have to be able to handle that. I love our branch, and I think our junior leaders are, they're making it happen, and so you should be excited about that.
Man, I'm fired up to be an MP now. That was great. Thanks for sharing that. So Michelle, thanks for your service. Thanks for talking today. We're excited for you and Chad and the boys to head to Hawaii and take command. And thanks for being on Lopez on Leadership.
Appreciate it. Thank you.